In this video, I will walk you through 5 features in Morpholio Trace that can improve your drawing and presentation workflow on iPad. These updates focus on better control, faster navigation, and more flexibility while working on your drawings. And few of them are small, but once you start using them, you can't go back. So stay till end because one of them will completely change your workflow. Let's start with something really practical, scale. Earlier, getting the exact scale setup felt indirect and time-consuming. We had to define the scale by selecting 2 points and then entering the measurement, which worked but wasn't the most efficient. But now, you can simply input a custom scale directly. All you have to do is go to the gear icon, open the settings, and here you will find scale option. Tap on Set Scale and then you can directly choose between imperial or metric units. For example, I can set 3 inches equal to 1 foot, tap on Use Scale and it's instantly applied to my drawings. From there, you can continue working with complete accuracy. What's even better is that you can now share your files with the scale preserved. So, if you're working on real drawings or planning to print, you finally get the level of precision without having to adjust things again and again. Now, moving on to my favorite feature, Color Adjust. Here I have a drawing where I used yellow for walls, trees, and human figures. Earlier, if I wanted to change this color, the process was quite long. I had to create a new layer, go to the Fill option, select a solid fill, use the Target tool, and then manually replace the color. It worked, but it definitely slowed down the workflow. Now, Morpholio Trace has made this much easier. All you need to do is select the layer where your color is applied. For example, I have kept all my yellow elements on a single layer. Inside that layer, you will find the Adjust Color option. From here, you can tweak the hue, saturation, and brightness of the color. If you have used Adobe software before, this feels very familiar. But here's why this mattered. Earlier, changing a color meant redoing a lot of work. Now, as long as your elements are organized in layers, you can completely transform your drawings in seconds. Start organizing your colors by layers. This feature becomes 10x more powerful. Next, if you work with PDFs, you will notice this improvement immediately. You now get simple arrow buttons to move between pages. It might seem like a small update, but it makes a big difference. It removes that constant back and forth scrolling, which honestly breaks your focus while working. Now navigation feels much more smoother and intuitive. Another useful feature is related to grids. If you go into Settings and turn on the grid, then open the Set Grid, you can customize everything from color to spacing and dimensions. But here's the interesting part. If you keep the grid visible while sketching, it can now be exported along with your drawing. This means the grid is no longer just a guide. It can actually become the part of your final layout. For example, if I export this drawing as an image, you will see the grid stubbornly visible in the background. This is especially useful for things like large-scale plans or maps, where you might want to measure the distance using a grid, like a 1-meter grid system. You can also switch to an isometric grid. If I increase the opacity, you can clearly see it in the background. This is perfect for isometric drawings, where the grid acts as a visual guide and enhances the presentation. It's a small addition, but really powerful for both sketching and final outputs. And finally, let's talk about settings accessibility. Earlier, if you want to change any settings, you had to go back to the main menu and interrupt your workflow. Now, everything is much easier to access. You can simply tap on the gear icon, go to Preferences, and all the settings are right there. For example, if I turn off the zoom rotation lock, I can immediately zoom and rotate freely. And if I want to enable it again, I can do it right here without leaving my drawing. This makes the workflow much smoother and removes a lot of unnecessary steps. These are not massive changes individually, but Together, they make Morpholio Trace more efficient for real design projects. For me, the color adjustment feature alone is a game changer. Let me know in the comment box below which feature do you like the most, and don't forget to check out the description box.